In this video, we are going to talk about insomnia. This is the condition in which you have difficulty getting sleep or maintaining sleep, even in presence of adequate opportunities and circumstances. And this is associated with impairment of daytime functioning and mood disorders. What causes insomnia? There are a lot of causes for insomnia. First is primary or idiopathic. Second is secondary to depression, anxiety, or other somatoform diseases. Third is due to side effects of certain medications like corticosteroids or overconsumption of too much stimulants like caffeine. Then insomnia could also be due to underlying medical conditions like chronic pain. It could be hormonal, like seen in menopause. Then nocturia, where you urinate too much at night because of either enlarged prostate or a problem with your urinary tract like UTI. Then it could also be due to breathing problems like asthma, COPD. So there are a lot of causes for insomnia, but there is a large group of people who are apparently healthy but still they suffer from insomnia. We call that as primary or idiopathic. So see two types of insomnia. First is some people will have problem with getting sleep and some people will have problem with maintaining sleep. So suddenly after 1 or 2 hours they will wake up and then they have difficulty falling asleep. And then some people are a combo pack, like mixed. What is the main problem in such cases? It is seen mainly that those people who have difficulty falling asleep have less level of melatonin and GABA. Melatonin is primarily synthesized by your pineal gland. So you have to keep your pineal gland healthy. Two things that are extremely dangerous for your pineal gland is, first is fluoride, second is lack of exposure to sunlight. So the major source of fluoride is from drinking water, from fruits and vegetables which use lot of pesticides, then certain foods like jowar is very high in fluoride, then toothpaste. So you have to be very careful because fluoride build up inside your body takes time and the toxic effect is cumulative, so it takes years before it can cause a significant damage to your body. One thing that you can do is you can appropriately filter your drinking water, limit eating outside because outside they will use tap water, then use vitamin C supplementation. That will also help you with fluorosis. Adequate amount of sunlight, because that is also very important to prevent premature calcification of pineal gland. Next thing that you want to do is sleep in a dark, quiet room. That will also help in inducing sleep because of increased synthesis of melatonin. Melatonin is also synthesized by your retina, red blood cells, skin, enterochromaffin cells in intestine. So you have to keep your organs healthy. So your retina should be healthy, like you should get abundant amount of DHA. Then your gut health should be good because that is also important in melatonin synthesis. Second thing is GABA. This is another important neurotransmitter that calms your nervous system. And one major thing that leads to decreased expression of GABA is lack of magnesium. So magnesium is very important for binding of GABA to its receptors so that it can express itself. And it is seen that 50% of us are deficient in magnesium. So try to get enough magnesium through diet or supplements and avoid things that can deplete magnesium like overconsumption of refined sugar and caffeine. Next important thing is sleep maintenance, and one key neurotransmitter here is serotonin. So if you go to your doctor and if you tell that you have sleep maintenance problem, most likely they will give you selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, and for sleep onset they will give you melatonin receptor agonist like ramelteon or zolpidem, and for mixed type they give you sustained release tablet of zolpidem. So based on that mechanism, what you can do naturally, I am telling you here. Next thing here is sleep maintenance, and one of the key neurotransmitters to maintain sleep is serotonin. So how you can boost serotonin inside your brain? First important thing is you have to keep your gut healthy. Second important thing is you have to get this vitamin C and vitamin B through healthy diet or supplement, because these are very, very important as they act as cofactors for enzymes that take part in these neurotransmitter synthesis. Third important thing here is eating healthy carbohydrates. Healthy carbohydrates will enable entry of tryptophan inside the brain, and that is converted to serotonin. So to facilitate entry of tryptophan inside the brain, you must eat healthy carbs and avoid all those diets that restrict your dietary carbohydrate intake below 20%. So do not go below 20% of any macronutrient. 20% is the lower limit. So a lot of microorganisms are residing around colon. So there are strains of bacteria which are very, very beneficial for our body, like strains of lactobacillus, then bifidobacterium. And if you do prolonged proton pump inhibitor therapy or antibiotic therapy, it can disrupt this thing, this microbiome gut brain axis. So that can create problem with getting sleep, because this axis is very important to keep your cortisol in check. So this affects this axis, that is hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. And it is seen that melatonin given given for 2 weeks remarkably improved the richness of lactobacillus intestinalis, and this decreased the inflammation throughout your body and helped with getting deep sleep. Next thing that we want to address is prevent increased gut permeability. So vitamin A is very important for intestinal epithelium, and vitamin D is very important for formation of tight junctions, and this prevent seepage of toxins from your gut into the circulation. If the toxins seep into circulation, this can create inflammation, and that will create problem with sleeping. So try to get enough vitamin A and vitamin D through diet and sunlight. What would I recommend you to deal with insomnia? I'm not a very big fan of sleeping pills because they are highly addictive. Then they disrupt your hormones. They also create breathing difficulties. So first thing that I would recommend is review your lifestyle. Is your lifestyle healthy? Do you sleep at a fixed time and wake at a fixed time? Is your diet healthy? Do you sleep in dark, quiet room? Do you use electronic devices on your bed? All these things you want to review. Then you want to review your any over-the-counter drugs. You want to review any supplements and the timing of the supplements. So consult with a doctor and see if you can adjust the timing. Like some people will complain about not getting sleep when they take vitamin D supplement before going to bed. So you have to experiment yourself, is heal your gut. So try to get at least 30 to 40 grams of fiber on a daily basis. Get probiotics through foods or supplements. Acidify your stomach. Get enough zinc for proper secretion of HCl. Get enough potassium again for proper secretion of HCl. And keep your gut healthy by avoiding inflammatory foods like refined sugar, high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, and get enough flavonoid rich foods in your diet. Especially quercetin is very, very important for your gut health. And do is take supplements. So what kind of supplements you will take will depend upon your clinical condition, your diet, your past history, your drug history. So some people can take adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha for decreasing cortisol. Some people cannot because they have gastric ulcers. So you have to experiment yourself which supplements are safe for you, and you can consider asking your doctor also. Some people can also take L-theanine for boosting serotonin inside your brain to get good sleep. I'll tell you what worked for me when I was in the last year of my medical school. The last year of medical school is very, very hectic, and you cannot expect to sleep beyond 5 hours daily. So you have to get deep sleep. Deep sleep is what you want to focus when you have less time, which is the stage 3 sleep, where delta waves are seen on EEG. So you want to get that sleep, stage 3 sleep, deep sleep. For me, what personally worked was these two things.